It would be a major win for the Turkish president. 2 weeks before an election, polls indicate he might lose.
There has been a development that shows our determined fight against terrorist organizations. Our national intelligence organization has been following the so-called leader of Islamic State, codenamed Abu Hussein al-Qurayshi, for a long time. This is the first time I am announcing the news that this individual was neutralized as part of an operation by the Turkish National Intelligence Organization in Syria yesterday. God willing, we will continue our fight against terrorist organizations without any exceptions.
Syrian local and security sources said the raid took place in the northern Syrian town of Jandaris, which is controlled by Turkish-backed rebel groups and was one of the worst affected in the February 6th earthquake that hit both Turkey and Syria. Al-Qurayshi became the leader of the Islamic State in November last year when his predecessor was killed by the Free Syrian Army. The Islamic State, although driven out from most of its territory, still conducts ambushes and attacks in Syria and Iraq. And on the ground, not everyone believes that the Turkish operation was sincere. Opponent groups in Syria, like the Kurdish-linked Syrian Democratic Forces, indicate that the assassination of the ISIS leader was planned ahead and even claimed that Turkish intelligence had been protecting him.
In fact, the ISIS figure Abu Hussein al-Qurayshi that Erdogan referred to his killing was stationed in a military post belonging to the Turkish-backed Ahrar al-Sharqiya mercenary group and was killed in Jandaris, Afrin. There's nothing new about this incident except for the end of the mission of an ISIS member that had long been protected by Turkish intelligence in occupied Afrin.
Erdogan, meanwhile, is in a tough position at home. Polls indicate that his challenger, Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, a secular social democrat backed by 6 opposition parties, could end his 20-year power grip. Last week, Erdogan appeared sick on television and had to take a 2-day break from campaigning. He's likely to try and use the killing of the ISIS leader to reaffirm his position in the region and showcase Turkey's importance for regional stability to his European and American partners, especially as the U.S. regularly carries out attacks on ISIS leaders and infrastructure, and as al-Qurayshi has been one of the most wanted targets.